What's up, guys? I've been away for like a week. My nephew was here, and so I was spending time with him, and I also had to study and work and try and fit in a social life. And so YouTube just kind of got put on the back burner. So did Tumblr and just about everything else that I do online. But I'm back, and I'm gonna crush 3 videos in one, because 2 of the videos that I've missed in that last week were let's get organized or something like that and make it happen. So I'm getting organized and making it happen. I'm back. And then this actual video is about my favorite quotes. So there are 2, sort of, and then a couple that kind of lead into things that I'll explain in a minute. So the 2 that I have, one of them is from Robert Frost's poem The Road Less Taken or Less Travelled, or whatever it's called. The last 2 lines are my favourite, where he's like, I took the path less travelled by, and it's made all the difference, or something along those lines, which basically just says to me that you need to like make your own way in the world and do you the best way you can do you, because only you can do you. And then another one I have, and I like this one because Chrissy Costanza from Against the Current likes this one. It was kind of how they named their band, and I liked her reasons behind it. Since then it's kind of become like a favourite of sorts, and it is, well, she has 2 as well, and they both to do with boats, so I don't know what her thing with boats is, but to each their own. But she had one where it was like, a boat in the harbour is safe, but that's not what boats were built for, or ships, or something like that. And her reason was that, like, you can have your comfort zone and that's fine, but make sure you're going out and exploring and doing your own thing, you know, getting out of your comfort zone occasionally and living life, basically, not just sitting in your comfort zone waiting for something exciting, because it's not going to come to you. Then I have some that when I was like 18 or 19, I thought I was so cool and like philosophical and shit, because I have 3 on my old Facebook page, which I just haven't bothered to shut down because that's how lazy I am. The first one is, the world won't change without you, it will change because of you, which is kind of just a rehash of Gandhi's quote of be the change you wish to see in the world, but mine has like the added undertone of like trying to help people realize their own like self-worth and raise their self-esteem, because a big thing for me is like depression and suicide and mental illness, and so I've tried to like rehash it a little bit more modern and in a way that kind of lifts everyone's spirits. So it's like, hey, you know this shit world we live in, well, if you leave it, it's not gonna change. If you stay and like be the change you wish to see, it's going to, and it's gonna be beautiful. So the second one I have is, work hard on the things you can't run from, work harder on those you can, which is advice I should listen to myself, because that's probably the one thing that I do the most, is if I can run, it's like, yeah, well, I'll just be over here, guys, which I shouldn't do. And then my last one starts off with 2 quotes, and they are, good things come to those who wait, and then I have a comma, but all good things must come to an end. And then I have a little semicolon. It's like, don't wait for your life to start, it already has. Because what's the point in waiting for something that's just going to eventually end. If you're waiting for something, you want it to last for as long as possible. No, good things have to come to an end. They can't just last forever. No. And I suppose more modernly, and to fit in with like my whole being a Marvel fan, the quote, "Trouble always comes around," from the end of Age of Ultron kind of fits there. Just came up with that on top of my head. And then I've just found one, because this is my second attempt at making this video. Couldn't remember the Gandhi quote. I just found one by Confucia while I was looking, just double checking that the one I hadn't forgotten wasn't actually a Confucia quote. And it is, everything has its beauty, but not everyone sees it. And that is so true for so many of my friends who don't see exactly like how I see them, and they doubt themselves so much. And it's just like, guys, no, you can, like, have you seen yourself? You're amazing. And they don't see it, and like, yeah, it can get a bit frustrating sometimes, but it's like, no, like, you're amazing, you can do this stuff, like, I know you're a strong person. You might be bawling your eyes out right now, but you are a strong person. Like, you can do this. But, hey, I can't make everyone see the awesomeness that I see. You have to have lived through depression to see it the way I see it, I think. And even then, it has its days. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your favourite quote is. You might have one, you might have two, you might have a dozen, but just put one of them down in the comments for me. I'd love to see them, love to see the kind of positivity you guys are spreading. It could be a movie quote, it might be a song lyric, it could be whatever, but just leave it down below for me. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button wherever it is on your device, as I make videos every day. The exception being last week. But yeah, I make videos every day, so it would be great if you could join me on this great big adventure that we're all on. And until next time guys, keep your eyes burning bright, and I'll catch you all next time.